Hello friends, greetings from Toronto, Canada. Are you planning to study in Canada? Should you take the services of an education consultant? What are the advantages of applying to an education consultant? How do you choose the right education consultant from thousands of education consultancies? We will discuss this in detail in this video. Welcome to my channel. I am Gautham Kolluri. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and CEO of CIP STUDYABROAD, a Canadian study abroad platform registered in Ontario, Canada. I previously worked as the International Students Recruitment Officer in Mohawk College for India and South Asia and in Conestoga College for Eastern Europe. I've been involved in international education for more than 20 years. I've traveled to more than 30 plus countries and I've lived in 3 different continents. I started CIP Study Abroad 20 years ago, and since the inception, we have helped more than 10,000 students to study abroad and participate in international exchange programs. I've mentored more than 25,000 students in the last 5 years through my live sessions. So, why do you have to apply through education consultants? Institutions, including Canada, US, UK, Australia, many of them work through education consultants. They sign official agreements with education consultants to provide recruitment services. So for every international student recruited through an education consultant, the college or a university pays the service fees. Okay. So colleges and universities, they have limited capabilities, limited staff, and an education consultant is an extension of the recruitment efforts. So how do you choose the best education consultant who can help you with your study abroad? So a couple of things which I advise you to really consider when you are researching about the education consultant. 1, experience counts. It's very important to choose an education consultant who has traveled abroad, who has lived abroad, and who has the experience of traveling, living, and working abroad. It's very important. It's a simple logic. If you're applying through a sub-agent who has never traveled, who has never lived abroad, what can they explain you? What can they guide you in the process? So international experience is very important. So if you are applying through an education consultant, make sure that the manager or the director or the CEO has extensive travel history. Have they traveled abroad? Have they lived abroad? Have they participated in international conferences? Have they visited the college and the university? So this is very important. I started my journey as an international student when I was 19 years old. It was back in 1993. Right? I've traveled to so many countries. I've traveled to 30 plus countries, and I've lived in 3 different continents. I can, through my personal experience and professional experience, I can guide through your journey to be successful as an international student. Right? Second, which is very important as well when you're choosing an education consultancy, is does the education consultancy have direct agreements? Today, there are more than 5,000 agencies just in India alone, and if you look into China, there are much more out there. So how do you choose a consultant? Make sure that your education consultant has direct agreements with the institutions. A direct agreement will facilitate easy communication. If there are any issues with your application, if there are any issues in the process, it is easy for your consultant to directly connect with a college or a university. So that is very important for you to understand. There are thousands of sub-agents working, especially in India, which is one of the largest markets for study abroad, and it has unfortunately become student trafficking, right? Every layman who can get hold of some agency can submit the applications, but it takes an experience and a person with extensive travel history to help you and to guide you through the journey. So that's very important as well. So make sure that your education consultant has direct agreements with institutions. Okay. Second, choosing the right program is important, but again, what is the next step after choosing the right program? The visa process is very important. This is a critical step in your journey to study abroad. So make sure that your education consultant is authorized to provide study visa and immigration services. This is very important. There have been many instances when a fake education consultant has submitted the application forms, and unfortunately students are not even aware of what has been in application forms. This has happened many times in the US, where many international students did not know what was put in the application forms and they were sent back. Right? So it's very important to ensure that you are applying to an education consultant who has a legal right to support with the immigration process. So that's very important for you to understand as well. Okay. Fourth, there are many education consultants in your home country. Right? They can support you with the education process, but again, your life, your journey and your struggle starts when you move to a new country. So is your education consultant able to support you in your new country? This is very important. So there are consultants. If your consultant, choose an education consultancy which has offices in your home country and able to support in your new country. Doesn't make sense to choose an education consultant who will help you with the admission process and the visa. And after getting your visa, congratulations, have a safe flight, and you are alone surviving in the new world. I was 19 years when I left home for the first time. I did not have anybody to help me. And I've made so many serious mistakes in my life. I bear the consequences for some of them. And through my personal experience and my professional experience, I ensure that my students will have guidance. We have created one of the largest Facebook groups for study abroad and immigration to Canada. We have WhatsApp groups to connect with students to ensure that they do not be isolated when they arrive here. They are connected with the current students, they are connected with the prospective students. So these are the factors which are very important when you're applying to study abroad. Let me summarize again. Experience counts. Make sure that your agency, your education consultant, has extensive history of living abroad, traveling abroad, has personally visited the institutions, and can give you the best guidance, and not through information which is shared by the other students. Right? That's very important. So make sure that your education consultant, the director, the manager has extensive travel history, has lived abroad and has successfully lived and traveled abroad, and this person and this company can guide you properly. Second, direct agreement with institutions. It's very important to ensure that you apply through an education consultancy which has direct agreements with universities and colleges. Why? Simple. If you have, the first advantage is services are free. The university or a college are already paying for recruiting prospective students like you. So you don't really have to pay any service fee. So it's all free. You don't have to pay anything from your pockets. So wouldn't it make sense? If you're applying directly, you will have to navigate through the process yourself. But if you're applying through an education consultancy who is qualified, has direct agreements with the universities, you will get a qualified support without paying any fees. So that's very important for you to consider as well. Second important point is direct agreements. Third, is your education consultant authorized to provide visa and immigration services? Right? This is very important as well, because If you getting an admission letter in a university or a college is not a big deal. You can directly do it, but the visa process is very important. Is your education consultant authorized? Are they experienced to provide immigration advice, proper documentation for you to successfully get your visa? This is very important criteria for you to understand as well. And the most important, when you move to your new country, you are coming alone. Many of the international students are traveling for the first time without any friends and any relatives to support. So make sure that the education agency you are choosing has an office or is based in the country where you're planning to travel, right? CIP Study Abroad, we have offices in India. In India, we have offices in Hyderabad, Kochi, Ahmedabad, and Surat, and we are here in Canada to help you, to support you. Yes, I cannot be your father, your mother, but again, if you have any issues, you can reach out to CIP Canada team. Second, we provide extensive support, not just application process, visa process, but we are mentoring you throughout the process to be successful here in Canada. We will support our students free of cost from the initial process to the PR process without any additional fund. I want to talk about the sub-agent network in India. As many of you know, there are education consultants, street corner education consultants across India, thousands. Any layman who can get hold of an education consultant who doesn't really care where the applications are coming from, sign up partnership agreements, share the fees they receive from the college and universities and colleges, and they start recruiting students. So I want all prospective students to understand, as I discussed, a sub-agent who does not have direct agreements, a sub-agent who has no experience living abroad will not be able to guide you properly. There have been many instances when sub-agents who put up roadside shops, I know a kid who was refused visa, and going through the process, he became a sub-agent. I know a student who was refused visa because he forged some documents, and later on he decided to become a sub-agent. So there are thousands of sub-agents in India who are not qualified, who have never traveled abroad, who do not have the ethics, but just the only focus for them is to get the applications, get the money, and with no fear of the consequences, legal consequences, moral consequences, about what will happen to the students if they advise a wrong program or wrong institutions, right? So this is very important for you to understand. Avoid sub-agents. Make sure that your education consultant you're choosing is not a sub-agent. A sub-agent will not be able to guide you properly with the right choice of the program because they lack the expertise. A sub-agent will not be able to advise you properly in your journey because they lack the life expertise of living abroad. A sub-agent is not a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and does not have the authority to submit your application, study visa application to Canada. A sub-agent will not be able to support you in your country of destination. And I know many sub-agencies, unfortunately last year there was a sub-agent who took the direct tuition fees instead of the students, instead of paying directly to the colleges and universities, they gave the money to the sub-agents, and this sub-agent took about $20,000 tuition fees and GIC amount, and he disappeared overnight. So make sure that you do not work with sub-agents. You parents have worked very hard to ensure, to save this money, to ensure that to support your education abroad. And don't fall victims to these scammers who do not care anything about your future and are only focused on sending you your application so that they can get their money. There are unfortunately, there are many agencies who don't really care about the students' futures. CIP, personally, I do not work at sub-agents. right? We receive emails and calls from many sub-agents across India and many other countries. But as a principal, I want to ensure that students get direct advice through my team, through myself, through my live sessions, through our Facebook groups, through our WhatsApp groups. And we ensure, even though it is costing me limited applications, right? If I had worked through a sub-agents, I could probably have 2,000 or 3,000 more applications, but I don't want to do it. I want to ensure that students will get quality support through CIP team, through myself. And we ensure, irrespective of the financial benefits, I want to make sure that I am professionally ethical, and I want to make sure that my conscience is clear, and I'm proud to be an ethical consultant. And I can say that till now, we have not recruited applications through any sub-agents. Right? So make sure that it is very important you do not deal with sub-agents, because they will not be able to help you. I know many students who've been advised wrong programs and have been screwed up because they have choose the wrong consultant as well. And many students, happens very often in India, sub-agents give wrong advice. They take the money, they do not refund the money, and there's so much of nonsense going out there. Unfortunately, the whole industry in India is not regulated, and unfortunately, it's very difficult to monitor for an education institutions to monitor how the agencies they have direct agreements are recruiting the students. So these are the important factors what you have to consider when applying through an education consultant, right? So I wish you good luck. I want to ensure that you consider all the 4 important points what I've just explained you while choosing the right consultant. Choosing the right consultant is very important, because that makes or breaks your dreams, your future. So make sure that you choose your right consultant who will help you make your dreams come true. So thank you very much. This is Gautham Kolluri from CIP Study Abroad. And if you have any questions, please leave your comments below or reach out to our contact number and email below. Thank you. Bye.